In the criminal justice system,
massive leaks
based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the
Spider-Man
Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the inside human and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high-quality nerd commentary, we got my man Colton, aka Pizza Parker, towards the people.
Yo, it's your boy Colton. I mean, he already called me Pizza Parker, and this is the episode, so that's
Yes,
probably
sir.
the perfect one. You know, I'm the lethal protector. You feel me? We are Venom. You love me, Eddie. You feel me? We out here. And Carnage. All the real Carnage. Maximum Carnage.
Maximum Colton, nigga.
Maximum Colton. You feel me? The maximum deviant.
We also have the greatest engineer in the entire multiverse, my man Gas. Say what's up.
Yo, what's up?
All right. And you know it's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis, aka your friendly neighborhood Potter, aka Dr. Coptavius. If it's on sale, I want it. Aka Sob Goblin, hashtag Sad Boys, aka We Are Denim, aka aka Peter Parker. You see this coat? Yo. Yo, welcome to another issue of the Mighty Metahumans podcast. Fellas, how you feeling? What's good? What's going on?
I'm actually feeling great.
Feeling good, feeling great. Yeah.
Pretty good. Had a great time at the con this weekend.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that in the
Yes,
future.
sir. Gas, how you feeling? You good?
I'm pretty good. How you?
I'm chilling, bro. I feel pretty excited. You know what I mean? It's the holiday season. I kind
What
of.
are you gonna do for holidays?
Let me see. Thanksgiving, niggas just gonna eat. Know what I mean, hook me up with the. If y'all heard the Thanksgiving episode, you know, hook me up with the sweet potato pie. Know what I mean, hook me up with the lasagna. Hook me up with all that shit. Like I'm lit. So this episode, this actually came about with a conversation I had with Colton. We were talking about Spider-Man and why the fuck do like everything when it comes to Spider-Man movies always leak? Like who is leaking this shit, bro? Like we just decided like we need to do like a Stabler and Benson Spidey SVU episode because we got to get to the bottom of this shit, son. Like
Basically, almost every Spider-Man movie that I ever remember has been leaked in some way. Like I didn't get the full details for like the older movies, but I do remember even with the older movies, like people would have scoops.
Yeah.
And they would tell us like certain shit. Like, okay, we're gonna show our age right now. There's a thing called a newspaper. Well, not you. You're young, but I'm saying, even to you,
You're young too.
there's a thing called a newspaper, right? And people used to go to stores and pick them up physically instead of reading them online. In newspapers, they would always have scoops about, in the back of the pages, right before the sports.
Facts.
They had some movie section, entertainment section. You get, read up about movie reviews, what the editors think, and different bullshit like that.
Okay.
In the Spider-Man, the old Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire, when them shits first came out, I remember them niggas used to just have all the information about that movie.
Right.
They would just be like, yo, like, we think this is gonna happen. We think this is gonna happen. And like, the commercials that we see. What's up?
Like quick notes.
Quick notes. This is
Yeah.
gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, right? And you just like, we speculate that back in the day, they used to do it in a way that didn't seem like they was just telling you what was gonna happen.
Exactly. It
They
was like
did it like,
guesses.
this is speculation. We speculate that this might happen in the movie. Whereas now, like, niggas will really be like, this is happening.
Exactly.
And in every MCU Spider-Man movie, for some reason, they can't keep the test footage out. They can't keep the test footage out. They can't keep like the fucking like the characters out. Like niggas know all the twists and plots before they even drop. But
all on Twitter, son. All on Twitter. So
Reddit is the worst. Reddit's way worse.
I try to stay off of that.
But Twitter, yeah.
No, it's great. But I mean, for like movies,
worst.
I don't want them spoiling that shit for me. So I try to stay away like right before release. All right, so let's put together a list of suspects. I got Sony
Definitely. That's definitely one of the suspects.
we could bring in Feige, but I just don't feel like we got anything to stick him with. Like, I feel for the most part, the MCU has been pretty tight knit about things that's coming.
Mhm.
Like, I think they've done a very good job, especially like Endgame and Infinity War. That shit didn't leak. They kept that shit like
There's like so many series that I feel like were like so heavily like everyone wanted it to happen so much,
yeah,
and they don't get leaked as much as the Spider-Man shit does.
bro. Like it's like that's why I feel like it's someone
Gotta
within
be a
this.
conspiracy.
Their kids.
It is.
Yo,
I think so.
Telling
that's
their kids or
And then they kids and they kids are the ones.
yeah for clout, nigga.
That's
like
that is. I also agree. I
yeah,
also feel like the boom that goes into Spider-Man's a teenager. Spider-Man's kind of always been an icon for like middle school to like teenage to even like older people, but
yeah.
he really hits that demographic of the younger people. So I could see what Jamal is saying. Like,
Nah,
nigga, if your dad is the editor for Marvel,
I'm telling all my
and he
friends,
comes
bro.
home, like you walk into his room and you're like, Dad, what are you editing? And he's just like, oh, this is Spider-Man No Way Home.
And this
and
nigga,
you look at the screen and you like, nigga, is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, nigga?
or he go to the bathroom or some shit, and you just press
And you
play.
just play and you see
like,
the
"Oh,
greatest thing
shit."
of all time. What the fuck? I'm gonna put this on TikTok.
Man.
I'm gonna put this on Reddit. That's what these little niggas be doing. And
Yo, nah, for real. Like cause you know, in a way, it kind of helps because now Tom Holland can't leak nothing. It's like a reverse
I got
8
a
Miles,
crazier
huh?
theory. I got a crazier theory. You want to
Shoot.
hear mine?
Shoot.
Nigga, it is Kevin Feige in them. Boom. Here we go.
Let me hear this.
Iron Man has been that nigga for the most of the MCU.
Right.
When they introduced Peter Parker, he was technically Iron Man's protege.
Iron Boy.
Iron Boy. Next in line. Little Iron Spider Boy. You're next in line to run this shit.
Yeah.
Now, how do we get this to be one of the most hyped like people so that we could put this nigga at the high of the hierarchy?
Uh-huh.
We give y'all some information that y'all need here and there. Tom, I feel like Marvel, the higher ups, and Kevin Feige and them literally just be like, Tom, you could say this. He goes out, he says it, and then they hit him up like, you can't say this. And then he's like, wait, what? And they like, you bugged out. You wasn't supposed to say that. And then they look at each other like, we're gonna get that hype lit. That hype is gonna go fucking crazy.
But here's my thing though. They gave him everything.
Yes.
like it's not like they were like, yo, take a little sprinkle of this. It's like they gave him everything. Like, I know the movie. Like, I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and like tell you step by step, but I got the gist of everything that's about to take place in this movie. Now, am I still hyped? Yes, I am super still fucking hyped. But at the same time, like that the final scene, you telling me they couldn't edit that just a couple seconds earlier so we didn't get like that lizard kickback from the kick or the punch or whatever it was that they tried to CGI out, bro. Like they could have just took a couple.
But that's
seconds
what I was.
of it.
Okay, so that's where even with the Marvel is doing this theory gives it a little bit more validity. Because like think about this, right? Nigga, every other country's trailer did not have that part.
Right.
For some reason, when Brazil made their shit, niggas did not see that. They didn't catch it.
That's crazy.
They didn't catch it.
That's insane.
They didn't catch it. They didn't catch that shit where a nigga whole head flops to the side like he got rocked by a fucking like Patrick Swayze and Ghost. The fuck is this? Nigga got punched by a phantom.
I'm gonna tell you one thing though. If that wasn't part of the plan, that person has been sent home early for Christmas.
No.
There's no way to work.
Realm. I don't know if they're here anymore. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Spider-Man, no way back to work, nigga.
No way
like,
back. They no way home at all for them. No way anywhere. That shit is crazy. But also, it's also one of those things where I've realized it got bad, and maybe it's by design now because nigga, we knew what was happening in this movie like 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
How does that even make sense?
Like somebody, like, all right, so currently for the Spider-Man shit, out of all the Marvel movies, it makes sense that would have the easiest chance of leaking because it's 2 studios. So now, like when it was just Marvel for like Endgame and like Infinity War, you can keep your staff together. But Feige can't control what the Sony half is doing when you send them the footage.
True.
Like,
But
okay.
I think that adds on to my theory that if they know that they can get away with leaking some shit because another nigga is involved and they can just blame them, that's the perfect opportunity to do that.
Damn, you turning my nigga Feige into a mastermind.
He is. We talk about this. He's low-key a mastermind. I dead think he be okay in certain shit to leak. I'm not saying that he literally will sit down and be like, yo, y'all should go out there on this day. Maybe he do. I don't know. But y'all should go out here on this day and do this. And then people will know about Spider-Man. I don't
You know
think
what?
he's necessarily
This makes a great twist to the SVU, bro. Because we would have took the president of Sony to court.
Yo,
he would have did like 10-year bid
10
whole
years.
time. Feige sitting back like,
Feige
yo,
the guilty nigga that really did it. Yo, honestly, this is really working like SVU.
That's what I'm
we
saying,
started on
son.
some Sony shit. We threw the nigga in jail already.
Yo, I think this is some Sonic shit, to be honest. The niggas is like releasing shit just to see exactly if people like it or not.
Do y'all like it? Do y'all not? Like,
'Cause
I agree. I dead think it's one of those things where strategically, and I'm not going to take Sony out of the situation. I think
Right.
strategically they both decided this is one of the biggest IPs of all time. Like this is
Facts.
one of the biggest like names of all time. We really can't. They could literally. The movie could literally be 40 minutes of farting, and people would be like, "This is one of the best things that Spider-Man." You get what I'm saying? So, and we've also seen this from the Marvel shows and a lot of these different shows, they will literally watch what we say about it.
That's a fact.
Like, and then with their next shit, they'll kind of take some of the stuff that we say about it. So I do think they're putting it out there to test the waters. Like, what if nigga, a year and a half ago, we were on Twitter and niggas was like, William Dafoe, Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, they're all coming back.
Yeah.
And we were just like, what? That sounds so ridiculous.
That's impossible.
And then more shit come out. And then more shit come out. And then more shit come out. And you get a stunt nigga who's wearing niggas fits.
Yo.
And then you just like, now you seeing more fits. You see in the set. You like, wait, this is actually happening. Then you hear these niggas slip up in interviews.
Because to me, it's like, if I'm putting a movie together and I got like, because this is an ambitious movie, right? Like, if I'm putting a movie like this together, there's no way you're going to get a camera phone picture, bro. Are you serious?
Bro.
Why is your phone on? Like, what?
Bruh. I've as a nigga that does PA work and be on sets,
that's impossible.
Niggas will kick you off the set.
Bro, you can't even go
and
to
then
like...
even if before they even kick you off the set, you got to get rid of that picture.
That's what I'm
saying. Or you're going to get OD sued.
Yo, bro, you can't even go into certain comedy shows with your phone. Like, they make you put that shit in a bag.
They, I mean... It is. I will also say though, as a person that's worked on sets for shit, it is kind of easy to sneak pictures and videos of shit. But
we talking Spider-Man.
But we're talking. I mean, that'll make it. People want to do it more though when you think about it. Like if you're talking about something mad big, like people.
If I'm not getting paid,
I want to be the nigga with the scoop. The people pay for those scoops.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I'm not getting paid, why am I risking this?
That's why niggas,
big risk.
I think that's another thing. Another reason why I think maybe Marvel does it beforehand, because like, nigga, you know how much money I could probably make if I just did mad production assistant work and leaked plots to niggas? They would just give me mad bread. So now I'm starting to think like these big corporations are literally putting shit out there to see.
Yeah, to cut
do y'all
that.
like it or do y'all not like it?
Yeah.
It reminds me of when Kanye West was doing the listening sessions for his album.
Yeah.
It's really one of those things where it's just like, but Kanye did it more like openly, where he's the nigga that's his shit.
I'm leaking my own shit.
Do y'all like this or do y'all not like this? And then I'll keep working on it so y'all can see.
Yeah.
And they'll never have that transparency. They'll just always, they actually like to have that shit where it's like Kevin Feige is tight anytime anything leaks.
Yeah.
Because now it looks like you really hold a tight-knit shit.
Exactly.
Like,
meanwhile, it's Sony that's fucking up. Or we just gonna run that story.
And they trash ass movies. Niggas over there leaking shit because they hating. And that's what they want us to think. Man, come on, man. We getting into detective mode right now.
That's what I'm saying. All right, so speaking of the trailer, give me your thoughts. I already know it's a positive thing because this nigga is Pizza Parker, but give me your thoughts.
I mean, if you want the night DV to answer, I'm bricked up. Like, regardless of information or not, nigga, I love it. Like, I'm excited. Like, I know everything that's gonna happen. I have mad theories. Like, I kind of can see how the movie's gonna play out, and I'm just so excited because it's like one of the worst kept secrets. Honestly, I like secrets, right?
Yeah.
But I don't care for secrets that much. Like really and truly. So when you give me information and I love something, now I'm just gonna be more hyped to see what the fuck is gonna happen. So it's like one of those things. Like I 5 out of 5 trailer. I fucking love the trailer.
Nice.
Like we have the reaction of
of
me on it on our YouTube page. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Mighty Metahumans spot.
Pull up.
Mighty Metahumans. Mighty Metahumans.
Yeah.
Mighty Metahumans.
Just put it in
YouTube. Mighty Metahumans. You feel me? And I'm in love, man. This is okay. So as a spider, I'm about to get emotional. All right. So as a nigga that's been reading Spider-Man and like loved the Spider-Man cartoon growing up and like watched almost every have I watched every Spider-Man movie? Yes, watched every Spider-Man movie in theaters besides Spider-Man 2. Sorry, Jamie. I watched it recently and it was a little bit better than I remember, but it shit still sucked. But it's
we're gonna get into
that. Anyway, it's just one of those things where like you get older and you're like, damn, niggas be doing nostalgia shit and it's lit, but like I don't really care for it like that.
Yeah.
This is one of those nostalgia things that like when it happens, I might yell. I might cry in the theater. Who knows? Like it's really one of those things. It's very important. I really love Spider-Man. That shit is, I don't know. I could talk about this for hours, but yeah, go ahead. How do you feel about it?
I was gonna ask Gas to see if he seen the trailer.
No, I haven't seen the trailer. What trailer is it?
The No Way Home. Oh, you gotta see that, bro. You gotta see that.
This with Jamie Foxx and all of them. About told you, the new Spider-Man shit. You can throw it up right now.
Yeah, pull it up. All right, so while he's taking a look at that, I'm gonna tell you, I am fucking hyped. Honestly, like I was talking to you earlier. I didn't think they was gonna be able to pull this off. Like they managed to pull all the actors back from like literally 2 different universes. Like you got Sony with it's both Sony. You got Andrew Garfield and you got the Toby joints. So they managed to get these niggas to come back. And on top of that, bring them into the MCU and make it in a way, from at least what the trailer looks like, cohesive in a way. Well, not necessarily cohesive, but like chaotic cohesive. Cause it's like these niggas are like, yo, where the fuck am I? And all I know is this nigga got webs and he must be the Spider-Man that I know. I'm gonna fuck this nigga up.
Facts.
So I'm definitely hyped for it. I do like the little, from what we talked about, like the little alterations. Like you see Electro is using what seems to be one of the arc reactors. And I do like, because that's one of my main gripes with Tony Stark is, as much of a mentor he's been to Spider-Man, why is this nigga Peter always cleaning up after this nigga, son? Yo, he's been like, from the first movie with Vulture, they stole Tony's tech. The second movie, Mysterio, Tony's tech. Now this nigga's got to fight like 6 people that upgraded themselves with Tony's tech. Like, when will this nigga get peace? This nigga's working mad hard all the time because of fucking Tony, son. Like, why won't he let this nigga be a child?
I'm gonna be real, right? Now, number 1 Iron Man hater in the world right now.
Nah, I'm number 1, son. We fighting for fighting for that space.
Hate this Tony nigga. So everything is his fault, regardless of whatever is going on. I love that Marvel keeps that alive. Like that everything is his fault, even after death, after he saved everybody. Nigga, your tech is still ruining the world, bitch. Nigga, it's your fault. that we got all these niggas running around.
This nigga just want to go to school and have a girlfriend.
Yeah, nigga, you gonna gift this nigga death drones after your death. Nigga, oh yeah, here's these glasses that actually controls an armada of drones that you can just blow everybody up
And
with.
where are those glasses now?
This nigga Peter is a fucking dork.
Bro,
but
he can save himself the trouble. He can save himself
I
2.5
can fix this.
movies.
Don't even use none of the glasses.
Yo.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Tony Stark, everything is his fault. I'm happy What If did what they did to him, and they just shitted on him in every opportunity. Every Spider-Man movie has shown that Stark Tech is the reason why Peter's life is hard.
Yo.
Every Spider-Man movie.
That's what I
From
said.
Vulture to Mysterio to now these niggas. Let's call a spade a spade. If Iron Man didn't exist, the life would be much better. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, Iron Man fans. Get that iPad chest nigga out of here, son. I hate him. I do.
Oh,
He's lit
shit.
though. But fuck that guy. I'm happy What If kept shitting on him. He's not worthy. He's a dickhead.
It's good though. It's not too cheesy. It didn't seem cheesy.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. It looks really good.
Jay Fox doesn't look cheesy like he did in the
look
last
cheesy
one.
like he did in the last.
The last one was crazy.
Yo.
Even the lizard looks crazy.
Yeah.
But like looks crazy in the old shit. But he looks lit here.
Yeah.
Also,
My nigga Sandman.
my boy, I'm something like a scientist myself. Like my boy William Dafoe, nigga, aka the green
Goblin.
flight posits.
Oh.
The green flight posits. If he don't come back with the flight posits, I don't know. I can't fuck with it. I really can't fuck with it if he don't come back with the flight posits. But,
All right, so let's talk a little theories before we move on.
Okay.
What surprises are you expecting? Because I mean, they revealed a lot.
Oh yeah. So
What are you expecting that they're still holding back?
Okay, so here's a theory that might not happen, but I want it to happen so bad.
Okay.
Is Venom at any point? You might not even have to show Venom. You could show Eddie Brock, maybe. I like Venom. He's here now. Like we've seen him know the events of No Way Home at the end of his own movie.
Yeah.
And the theory that I talked to you about earlier.
Go into it. Tell him.
Okay, so boom. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Venom, Let There Be Carnage, please go fucking do that right now.
Yeah, just pause and come right back.
Pause and come right back. But there's a post-credit scene where basically Venom is talking to Eddie and he's telling him symbiotes are basically hive minds. They have eons of not like years and years, millions of years of knowledge, and he's gonna give him a taste of that knowledge. So Venom basically shows Eddie some of the knowledge, I guess, that all the symbiotes share throughout all multiverses and shit. Because symbiotes are multiversal. Because like Null, King in Black, that shit hopefully happen soon.
Give it time.
I could even go further into that. If y'all don't know who Null is the first symbiote. He basically made the symbiote. He basically made.
He's darkness. He's not the symbiote.
Sword. No, I mean he invented that shit.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's basically like a god.
Yeah.
God of darkness.
The first symbiote is his sword.
He's the first symbiote is his sword. Basically, if y'all watched Eternals,
Mm-hmm.
the Ebony Blade.
There you go.
Some shit that he basically, so boom. Yeah. Also, if y'all ever watch Guardians of the Galaxy, that celestial head that just be floating that they be going to
Nowhere. Yeah.
Null
Cut
that celestial's head off with the symbiote sword.
Yeah.
So basically, they are a hive mind. They have millennia of knowledge. He gave Eddie a piece of that knowledge, and here's where my theory comes in. I believe that while he was giving Eddie a piece of that knowledge, Doctor Strange was doing the spell for Peter. It fucked the shit up. And when he came through, like, because at first it was like purple, and then it flashed white.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh no, at first it was like gold, and then it flashed. No, at first it was purple, and then it flashed gold. And then in my head I was thinking, maybe he was getting the knowledge from the symbiote first, and then while Doctor Strange was doing the shit in No Way Home, that like pulled him into the MCU.
Right.
And then when Venom seen Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, on the TV and said, "This guy," a light bulb went off. It was like, oh, hive knowledge, symbiotes, Sony,
3.
Marvel, Spider-Man 3. Definitely remembers fighting Peter Parker and hating Peter Parker OD.
Yes.
So maybe that's why Venom is now even like, damn, this nigga kind of familiar. I kind of don't fuck with this nigga. Like, Well, I don't fuck with this nigga. You ever like?
Exactly.
Let's break it down on some real terms. You ever see somebody like, I don't fuck with this nigga, or like I kind of don't fuck with this nigga, and then you remember some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So my theory is Spider-Man 3 knowledge through the hive mind of symbiotes is why Venom knows who Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, is.
Yeah.
Or thinks he's familiar at least. He don't know him personally. He just thinks he's familiar.
Yeah. He has a feeling he don't fuck with him. That was a real good theory. I really fuck with it. I believe that's possible, and if it wasn't a part of their script, they should add that shit. It makes perfect fucking sense to me.
Yeah.
Building on your No Way Home theories, there was one that I talked about with you earlier, which was mutants. This would, because I mean, up until now there has been no entry point to introduce mutants in a way that makes sense. This movie would be an excellent way to do that. How? Okay, now if you're listening to this podcast, you can pause and just go back to the first X-Men movie. The final scene in that X-Men movie was the Statue of Liberty, right? And they were fighting Magneto on the top of the Statue of Liberty because his plan was to turn everybody into mutants, because he was like, yo, if y'all fuck with mutants, we just gonna make all y'all niggas mutants, and you don't have to fuck with us anyway because you one of us. That was the whole plan. Now, if they went back to the Statue of Liberty, and this is where all those multiverses shit is starting to like fracture. And we just talked about the hive mind shit with Venom. Perfect sense. This would be a great way to introduce mutants, because you can say that everything that was taking place currently in the Spider-Man movie is also parallel to what was going on in the X-Men movie. Now, even if you don't bring the X-Men in through those fractures, if you bring in the Machine and nobody notices this shit and it goes off and they're just like, what the fuck was that? That'd be a great way to introduce mutants indirectly as a result of that Machine, because it would also be a callback to Feige's first movie in the X-Men and just Marvel in general. Like I would like, most fans probably won't know that, but to me that seems like a huge Easter egg. Like there has to be a reason why they chose the Statue of Liberty again after like 20 plus fucking movies. Like they have never used the fucking Statue of Liberty in any of these Marvel movies. What a coincidence that they use it for Feige's first movie in a multiverse movie where shit is cracking, where people are coming in from different universes.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah. So, might get mutants, might not. I don't know, but I feel like it's a possibility.
I mean, that would be a good callback, one.
Yes.
It would also be like a good way to like kind of open shit up to people. I would hope that. Honestly, because real talk, every Scoop person that's seen the movie has not seen any post-credit scenes. And they said the movie is pretty much Tom Holland or Peter Parker centric, right?
Okay.
So now I'm thinking, it's not, the post-credit scene is not going to be Tom Holland centric.
Exactly.
Like they never are really in Marvel anymore.
One
will be with Tom Holland, but he's going to be with another group of people or somebody we didn't expect.
Yeah.
And then the other one is gonna be some whole other shit. It might be some side shit.
So I'm gonna give you what I think my two are. One,
what do you think?
The first one I think is the mutant shit. That'd be a great way. People would be mad confused. It'll be just like what they did with Captain Marvel. When they had like the little pages shit. Yeah, and if you ain't know her symbol, you were like, what does this mean?
True.
So if they have a second one where it's like they flash to the rubble of the Statue of Liberty, and you see the Machine from X-Men 1,
that'd be crazy.
And the shit goes off, and you're like, what does that mean?
That'd be fucking nuts.
That'd be a great way to call in the mutants. The second one is what I think is going to be a big deal to most people. The second one is, now, in this movie, you see all the different members of the Sinister Six, but they're not calling themselves that because they don't know each other. At the same time, Peter is trying to stop them without killing them, because remember Doctor Strange was like, yo, if you send them back, they all end up dying. So he's going to keep them here. So them being here with all this advanced tech, because they got to catch up to Peter's current suit, who brings them together, my nigga? Kingpin.
Oh, shit.
Kingpin brings these. It's like, yo, look at what y'all did.
In New York.
Look at what y'all niggas were able to do kind of working together. Now imagine if I get you together as a team. We could easily take this nigga down. Perfect. And that helps introduce Daredevil. Because we do have a feeling that he's going to defend Peter because of the whole drone situation earlier in the movie. But we're not going to see Daredevil. But this would be a great way to tie in Daredevil, Kingpin, Sinister Six, and expand the universe. So for me...
Who are they going to have play Daredevil?
The same nigga.
Same dude.
Same dude?
Yeah, he was too good, bro.
From the Netflix show?
Yeah.
He was mad good.
He was too good for them to lose that nigga.
But yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like they're going to keep him. They're going to keep the dude that paid Kingpin. Because he said some slick shit on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, he did.
He said some real slick shit.
He did say, I love these series. I can't wait to watch them.
And everyone was like, wait, what?
What you mean by that?
Yeah.
Bitch, what?
They were like, yo, I know that ain't who I think that is.
I know that ain't who I think that is, for real.
So
I have... Well, yeah,
no, go ahead.
I have like 2 dream theories and 1 that I think could be real.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about the real post-credit theory that I think is gonna happen. I'm thinking we get some type of Multiverse of Madness, Wanda Maximoff show up type of event because like all the fucking worlds are converging and shit is like getting real crazy. I think that might be something that actually happens where we get like a Multiverse of Madness twist where it's just like, oh shit, it's really lit now.
Yeah.
I got 2 dream ones. One of my dream ones would literally be so left field that no one would be like, everyone would be like, why the fuck is this happening? But would be Deadpool. Deadpool pulling up on Spidey and going like, oh my god, I'm such a fan. Like really like just being a dickhead towards this thing and everyone's just like and then that would also tell us that the mutants are there.
Yeah, that's a great fucking way to bring this nigga in. Because he would fourth wall this whole shit.
He said, I have a great friend. You know, he has spikes in his hands. Don't worry, just don't shake his hands. Some shit like that. Where we'd be like, oh shit, he's talking about Wolverine.
Yeah.
Or like, yo,
that would be a great way to bring him in.
Deadpool would be very great to show us like, oh shit,
mutants are here.
The mutant world is here.
Yeah. And
the other shit that I have that, you know, probably won't happen.
We're shooting anyway. Fuck it.
We're shooting. I have 2 more, which is one like yours, which is the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Which I'm thinking like everybody meets up in jail, and then they meet Vulture, they meet Matt Gorgon.
Yeah.
Somehow Kingpin is in jail. Like I'm sure that like it becomes more than the Sinister Six.
Yo, that'd be a great shit. You going off of that? Because didn't the second season of Daredevil end with him still in jail?
Yeah, he's still in jail. Not only that, the Morbius trailer shows us that Vulture.
Yeah.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Vulture from the MCU is in the Sony universe in prison. So now it's like, okay, so all these niggas
they link up. Yo, how you got in here, Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. I got in here, Spider-Man. We all hate Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like,
link up, nigga.
So, and then I think the last one that I have was basically him meeting Shang-Chi and learning the way of the spider in some type of form. Like them trying to get the new Avengers team together.
Yeah.
Like Wong pulls up.
Speaking of Wong,
come, let's go meet. You gotta go meet one of the new team members, and then it's Shang-Chi.
Speaking of Wong, we literally saw him in this trailer leaving.
Yeah.
And he told, because he told Doctor Strange, he was like, "Yo, don't do this shit." Where do you think he was going?
Was in Shang-Chi. We're fighting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see how it connects. Yeah.
What if he's lying? Because remember, he went to the government shit. He knows Emil.
Yeah.
Like, he knows Abomination.
Yeah.
So now it's like, why are you lying to Strange, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's something that we haven't seen much of and they haven't said much about.
I'm going to be real, right? If Wong ends up being like a magical Skrull, I'll be so hyped / upset. Because, like, the way that this nigga just be everywhere and just be doing his thing and I love him, like, I just need him to be a human, a regular human. I don't need him to be a Skrull.
I got another thing that no one has talked about this and I feel like it's very strange.
What's up?
Where's Flash Thompson? He was very integral in the first movie, picking on Peter. He was also in the second movie. We have not seen a single shot of him.
I mean,
in this entire shit.
You know?
Because remember, also in the trailer that's not talked about, we see a hobgoblin that looks like a hobgoblin. for like a split scene. And he got like the same setup as like the Amazing Spider-Man
The
Hobgoblin.
Amazing Spider-Man Goblin.
And we haven't seen Flash Thompson. The last time we seen him, he got a call from his dad or his mom at the fucking airport. And
aren't they both like scientists?
Yeah. And we never see this nigga again.
So here is another theory that I have if they really want to keep using that actor that's Flash Thompson, because they made him go blonde. He is blonde.
Yeah.
Right? If his parents are dead-ass scientists and the universe dead-ass flipped on some shit, on some crazy shit, and now the MCU and Sony universe is kind of the same universe, and now we know that scientists have been working on symbiotes and shit, we can dead-ass get Agent Venom.
That's what I'm saying.
At some point. But are they really gonna do that? Like,
I don't think they're gonna do that, but I do feel like at some point they're gonna set up something with Flash Thompson where he is more like an antagonist. He's not gonna be because his first appearance, he loved Spider-Man, hated Peter. Peter was a dork. Second movie, same thing. Third movie, this would be a great way to turn him evil because it's like, yo, Spider-Man fucked up the universe. You just talked about his parents' situation. Maybe he loses his parents when they merge all these different So now he finds out the person that he loved, this Spider-Man nigga, fucked up his whole life, cost him his parents. I gotta make you experience what I just lost. Great way to set him up as a future villain based on the idea he used to love Spider-Man. Because that's the same shit they did. And this is a mad wild fucking left reference. This is the same shit they did in like The Incredibles, where he was so obsessed with the fucking Incredibles and they didn't fuck with him that he became a supervillain.
That's a fact. I think that's what's gonna happen with Venom. I have a theory, right?
Okay.
So one of my friends, I was talking to you about this earlier, and then one of the homies was talking about it earlier, and they was just like, yeah, there's no way Eddie Brock is gonna deadass just pull up to this world with Venom, the way that Venom is kind of silly and like a man-child, and like just wants to really protect shit, and have like just hatred for Peter Parker off rip. So what I'm thinking is Venom wants to protect shit so much that he ends up like looking up to Spider-Man, but when Spider-Man lets him down, he's like, yo, all right, I'm the protector, get the fuck out of here. And then that's how their beef starts. Yeah. I really think they're gonna do some shit where Venom is like dead ass a fan of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is like, yo, you're too brutal, and he's like, yo, fuck you.
Yeah, I feel like that's perfect. I feel like maybe he doesn't look up to him, but he feels himself as like an equal. Like, yo, like, why are you doing what I'm doing, but people are scared of me, but they fuck with you?
But they fuck with you, and I think that's gonna fuel like a lot of
exactly, because he'll just be like, beefs. Well, because you eat people's heads, my nigga. Like, that's, like yeah, they.
I don't eat your head.
So I do feel like at some point that is gonna play a role because they have to find something to fuse their hatred.
But my thing about Agent Venom though would be like, I don't know, like how. I don't think Flash Thompson was Venom at a point, right? Also, right?
Yeah, but I do because also factor in the MCU does change shit. Yeah. So I do like that's why I do feel like he's noticeably missing. He was a part of that little group that they had. It was Ned, MJ, and he's somewhere.
At some point, let Flash get the symbiote.
Yeah.
Or since we found out that this is dead ass a thing, if Eddie's blood gets on a nigga, like they get a symbiote of some sort. So I would guess that either he gets, but because then again, Venom ate Carnage at the end of the shit and said he got an OD power up. And was like, I'm OD boosted. I'm not gonna have to eat for mad long. Like that's way better than eating.
I just want to see how they pull out, because to me that seems on purpose. Like he's just missing, and that's just weird. He was a bigger part of them first two movies. Yeah. And he's just not here anymore. And it's just like, so we're not gonna cover that. And they cover everybody else. They brought back the teachers. Everyone else is here except for Flash.
Yeah. And we only see Flash for like a brief second walking behind them with his blonde hair.
Yeah. So
in like one of the first trailers that didn't show that much.
I don't know. I feel like it has some sort of role. Okay, so let's talk going forward after this movie. What do you see happening? For me, I say that we get like maybe 2 more solid Spider-Man movies. That's like, let's say that's like a 6-year, like every 3 years or something. Mm-hmm. And then they introduce Miles. Because I feel like 2 more movies gets him into college. because he's got to be wrapping up high
They said-
school by
They
now.
say he got 3 more.
Okay,
And
so
some,
yeah,
and some series in between.
yeah. Well, the series in between is that cartoon shit from the
Yeah.
Disney Plus joint to kind of fill in the blanks or
I
whatever.
think so. Like what you're saying, I think he gets 2 movies where it's just only him,
Yeah,
and then maybe a 3rd movie will be him and Miles, and that's when he passed the mantle.
that's what I feel. Kind of like the Spider-Man game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, I'm not saying his time is rapping, but at the same time, because
He said his time was right. He said he don't want to be 30 and playing Spider-Man.
I kind of feel like that's just
But that's
promotion.
also him just trying to get money.
Yeah, I also
More
feel
money.
like
He's
exactly.
like, nigga, these other studios are paying me so much more. Nigga, I'm
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Pay me more. Marvel.
Exactly. I feel like that's him saying it's time to renegotiate.
Renegotiate.
Like the contract. Like, cause I don't know. Like y'all getting mad bread from these movies. I know this shit's about to be huge. Exactly.
Exactly. Cha-ching, nigga.
Cha-ching, nigga.
Fuck.
Like for real. So I'm with you with that. Craven. At some point we got to get Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like we have to. Like so we've covered all the other villains. Like they about to knock out all the villains in this movie. Like we need a Craven. Definitely like we talked about Venom at some point in the future. I feel like those might make 2 good movies before getting a Miles. Is a major Craven movie, a symbiote movie, and lead into Miles. I'm with that. Or we do the Venom joint first, and we do the Craven, and the Craven is their version of how he dies,
Okay.
and that leads into Miles.
That makes mad sense.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a nice way to wrap things up with that. Okay, so let's do some. We're gonna run through these pretty quickly.
Yeah,
What is let me see which one I should give you first. Top 3 Spider-Man villains across all the movies. You don't have to pick 3 per movie, just all together.
Dr. Octopus,
Yeah.
Green Goblin,
Uh-huh.
and the Vulture.
No
are
love for
my
Mysterio? He
3.
was tough.
Mysterio's tough. He's a 4th.
Okay. So let me see. In order, I'm gonna say Green Goblin. He was definitely
Nah, he was putting in way too much pain. Man. He's either him or fucking what's his name, or Alfred Molina,
yeah.
or Doc Ock.
So I'm definitely gonna say Green Goblin is my number 1. Second, I'm gonna put Mysterio because he had that boy on some skates.
Yeah, he did. He was wild on him.
And my third, I want to give it to Doc Ock because he was tough, but I really like Vulture.
Vulture was so fucking good.
I thought Vulture was really fucking
I actually
good.
believe that Vulture is better than Mysterio, but like we don't have to argue about that.
So-
Mysterio is good, man. Don't get me wrong. I just need the second half of Mysterio's story. I need them to really do this like the comic, because they set it up like the comic, where
Yeah.
you think that the nigga dead, but then nigga, that could be a post-credit scene.
Okay, we already shooting from the hip. Give it to me.
I'm about to use the M word.
Go ahead.
Multiverse of Madness shit happening.
Right.
They go to the underworld. Wanda's looking for her kids.
Okay.
They down there. Guess who else is down there? Fucker with the M word.
That's
Mr.
crazy.
Mysterio.
Mephisto.
And in the comics, Mephisto gives Mysterio his actual powers.
Yeah,
It's
it's not an
it don't
illusion.
even become the visual effect shit no more. He's like, you can actually use magic to bring like fucking illusions like into the shit. So
Yeah,
I'm
kinda
guessing
crazy.
when niggas break through, it might not be Mephisto or the M word, but it could be one of those beings from like that dark dimension that was like, nigga, we gave you powers. Also, Mordo most likely gonna come back, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, damn, nigga, if they bring a bunch of dark, they have to bring a bunch of dark magicians now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and he said, I can't stop them from coming through. I'm thinking this, god damn it.
we can shoot theories all fucking day,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Okay. Give me your best Spider-Man of the 3. I know mine's is easy.
Best Spider-Man?
Best Spider-Man. Between Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire.
Okay, so Tobey Maguire is the worst Spider-Man
Okay.
out of all of them. Well, I'm saying Spider-Man like the hero Spider-Man.
Yes. I'm making a very I'm not talking about the Peters yet. I just want to know Spider-Man.
I changed my mind kind of recently about the best actual Spider-Man.
Okay.
No, I didn't. It's kind of tied. Andrew Garfield is a great Spider-Man, right? But he's too reckless, and I feel like he don't learn, which I feel like is an issue. And he was way too cool as Peter Parker. But we're not talking about Peter Parker. We're talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Tom Holland has a good balance of being Spider-Man. He's just sometimes way too childish for me, and I do get that he's a teenager, but Peter Parker was kind of way smarter than that. So I give it to Andrew by a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to agree with you. I think if you watch the movies and you forget about the second one being a bad movie,
Yeah.
and you focus just on the performance of Spider-Man, he is a great Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's actually a great Spider-Man.
Like the quips, everything. Like he's really
on point.
Yeah,
he's just
really
brutal.
Good with that. Exactly.
I was just like, fuck, this nigga's mad brutal. And I didn't fuck with him because of how brutal he was at first. I was like, Peter's not this fucking brutal, nigga. But he is I think he's the best Spider-Man.
Yes. To me, the portrayal of just Spider-Man, he is great. Tom Holland is second because I feel like you said, he's a good balance of both. He's not too great as Spider-Man. He's not too great as Peter. He's just kind of walking that thin line right down the middle.
Doing a pretty good job, man.
Yeah. And then Tobey is the third.
Yeah, he's like the worst Spider-Man.
Now,
but
building off of that,
was he the worst Spider-Man or was his villain just the craziest niggas of all time? I think it's actually both. Like, niggas, his villains was putting him through the shit.
No, he went through the ringer. He went through the ringer.
But yeah, what was the next one? What's the next
one? Now the next one, give me the best Peter.
The best Peter is Tobey.
Yes.
Hands down.
Thank you.
Sad, broke nigga.
Depressed
as shit.
Nothing goes his way.
Like, he went through the ringer, son. Peter Parker luck that he had was comic book accurate.
Perfect.
Like, and he had to like go through all these emotional things and changes, and it was like chef's kiss. Perfect Peter Parker.
Yes.
Give me second. Tom Holland.
Yeah, exactly.
Hands down by a lot. The second, hands down by a lot. The worst Peter Parker
is
of
Andrew
all
Garfield,
time
bro.
Andrew Garfield.
He's too fucking cool.
What kind of Abercrombie, sexy ass model, weird nigga, mad cool.
And they wanted me to believe he was a loser.
Nigga, they told me this nigga was a loser and he hit a nigga with a sham god and then dunked from the 3-point line. They told me this nigga was a loser and he was Tony Hawk. He had a whole Tony Hawk scene where he was wilding on a skateboard. I was like, I'm supposed to feel bad for this nigga?
This guy's got it all, son.
Bullying his bullies right now?
And he's Spider-Man.
I was like, yo, fuck this Peter Parker. I hate this guy. What the fuck? He's not learning. And
nothing.
I think my biggest issue with him is he learned no lessons.
Nothing.
No lessons as Peter Parker. No lessons. Nigga said, yo, he Gwen Stacy's dad said, stay away from my daughter. Nigga goes, yeah, word, you right. Next movie? Nah, fuck that nigga. I'm on it. Gets her murdered. Anyway, worst Peter Parker. Let's continue.
Oh, man. Now, I agree about Tobey only because when you think about it, think back to those movies. Everything you just said about his Peter. His Peter went through all that shit. And then on top of that, he had like the worst villains.
The worst.
This nigga had to fight everybody at their best. This
nigga fucking beat.
This nigga, exactly.
He ain't catch these niggas. Multiple niggas. It was
yo, the
crazy.
third movie, how did the third movie start? Like, the movie sucks, but the movie started with him going to see MJ with the flowers, and Hobgoblin pulled up on this nigga in the street.
He had to fight Hobgoblin,
in the middle of the street.
He had to fight Hobgoblin, Sandman, and Venom, nigga. Yo, getting his ass. Yo,
and he ain't had nobody pull up. Doctor Strange ain't walked through that door.
Spider-Man 1 is so amazing. And when I say Green Goblin was terrorizing this nigga,
on his ass, bro.
Yo, my favorite scene is the cloak shit in the fire.
Help!
And he's like, help! And then the nigga goes, what's up? And then the nigga turns around and just screams, ah! And punches this nigga through a wall, son. I was just,
yo, this nigga William Dafoe, bro.
Pranked this nigga, son.
Why you did that to my Aunt May, son? Finish it.
Finish it. She's like,
this nigga's a menace, son.
Go while she was praying and screamed, finish it! Finish the prayer!
This nigga's a menace, bro.
Yo, All I'm saying is that nigga Toby was going
He
through
went through the ringer,
He
son.
couldn't even be the best Spider-Man because he was getting fucked up so much.
He was getting fucked up as Peter, son. He couldn't be Spider-Man.
Oh my God, son. Fuck.
So imagine how he feels coming to this movie like, yo, so you need help? Like, I fought these niggas by myself.
Yo, you dead ass need help, my nigga. Like, what are you doing? And yeah, Tom Holland's obviously the best mixture of both. So
Yes, yeah.
We actually got pretty lucky to have like a good iteration of every moniker of what it is. But like, yeah, and in the '90s, Spider-Man is probably the perfect Spider-Man in like every sense. Actually, that's the best Spider-Man. Like, all around.
Yeah.
Is the '90s cartoon Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, he's perfect. He's perfect.
That was like literally a perfect Spider-Man.
No,
and
he's perfect.
Tom Holland is like the best live action.
If I'm gonna give Tom Holland number one for anything, it is the Drip King. His suits, nigga.
Oh, that nigga got all the suits.
This nigga is the Drip King of the MCU, bro.
He got all the suits. I want them to give him a symbiote though. I want him to use Venom for a little bit. I remember I was telling you that idea. Like, I feel like they should at some point, if they do let him meet Eddie, maybe Venom could get hype meeting Spider-Man, like on some like, yo, damn, you a protector too. Yeah. And he's like, yo, Eddie, you not a protector, nigga. I want to fuck with this protector, nigga. And then he goes to Tom, and then Tom can't really control it.
And going off of the whole multiverse theory, I do feel like that'd be a great next movie for his next series.
Spider-Man.
Because
maybe he's about to be in college.
Exactly. And then if he loses someone in this movie, I don't think it's MJ. It might be Ned. Because, you know, at some point, Spider-Man doesn't have a friend. It's just him. That'd be a great way to launch.
What if Ned is the Hobgoblin?
That'd be nuts. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about like the live action. Like, that's not gonna work. That's why I feel like it's gonna be like Flash or some shit.
Nah, they might have that nigga. Did you see like they had him like work out OD and he started getting like mad skinny and shit. Ned.
That's true. So, that would be sick.
So I think like, what if they do kill him off? Maybe he don't die really, and he feels like, maybe the ending is you have to choose between Mary Jane and Ned. Yeah. You don't choose Ned. Ned survives, and he's fucking tight because I've been helping you this whole time.
And that goes back into my fucking Invincibles theory of, I love this nigga. He chose somebody else. I'm gonna become a villain. That'd be a great way to
pretty good.
That would be funny. Like, yo, Toby would probably be watching that. Like, see, this is how it feels. This is how it feels, nigga.
I ain't never coming back. So you got to deal with this.
You gonna figure this shit out
next 8 years, nigga. So
that's really good. It's really good.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I got myself more excited for like the future.
I hope Feige doesn't hear this.
Facts. And then
send niggas to the door.
Shit out. Or he just send the mouse assassins. Because come to while out.
Word. Somehow this episode never comes out.
That shit's crazy.
I think that at the end we figured out who the leaker was. It's Feige.
It's Feige.
It's got to be Feige.
He if it wasn't him, he definitely gave the Mafia Goodfellas the dawn nod to somebody like, Brandon Davies, you could do this. Got that information. I gave you the scoop.
It better not come back to me.
It better not say my name. That's like Kevin Feige. That's an Italian name, man. Maybe he in the mob. Who knows? I don't even know if Feige's an Italian name. That's probably racist.
Now that we talking about before we wrap, people responsible for things. Who do you blame for this Spider-Man DLC?
Everyone who works at Square Enix. Everyone who is the name of the company Crystal Dynamics?
Yeah.
Everyone who works at Crystal Dynamics, nigga. Marvel for okaying them to even like be able to do that. My nigga, I swear to God, from going from that Black Panther DLC, which wasn't bad at all, which is actually
that was really good, bro.
Fucking good.
That was good.
To 8 foot tall Spider-Man that fights like Booker T and don't even like got no hops like that. The nigga can't swing too high because there's an invisible wall that will knock him down. The nigga does no fucking tricks in the air. He only spins. Nigga only spins. That's it.
This nigga escaped from Streets of
And
Rage.
then when he fight, he just do the spin-a-rooney. That shit looks like a GTA mod. Like a GTA 5 mod on the PC.
Yeah.
Like when they do the superheroes like Superman and GTA.
Yeah.
That's basically what it looks like. When he's shooting, it looks like he's literally throwing webs at people.
Honestly, I don't even...
The suit don't look good. The models don't look good. They don't move good.
I'm gonna say one thing. I do feel like this is all Sony's fault because they didn't have to include him into the game
at all. At all. Oh, and it's an exclusive. You make us look fucking stupid.
Yo.
I'm Sony again. Go ahead.
Because one, when I was reading, the developers came out and said, yo, the reason why we didn't put a lot of time into this is because you can only play it on PlayStation. And when if we put out a story behind this, how is that shit gonna fit into the Xbox stream, Steam, and all that other shit? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it needs to be a cohesive story. And I was like, well, okay, to some extent I could understand that, but you could still add a story that may not matter in the
I think they don't care about their game anymore.
Nah, I think they care, bro. That was a lot of work in that last Wakanda shit, and that was just like 2 months ago, son.
I think they put mad work into that Wakanda shit. People played it. People like us played it. We enjoyed it. Other people was like, your reputation is too fucked up already, so we don't give a fuck about what you're even doing. And then it became one of those things where it's like, oh, so like kind of nobody cares. Like, damn, nigga, like we might as well start working. They're probably working on other shit. I think this game is not a priority to them anymore. I think they did go mad hard to try to promote it because Spider-Man's coming out. They know people are gonna.
That's why I feel I'm gonna blame Sony for that, because if I'm basing this on just their roadmap, they put in effort in all the different DLCs. I
can't front. They haven't had a whack DLC to be honest,
until the Spider-Man shit, and then
it's
like,
why
okay,
would you ruin my favorite person?
And then it's like, okay, we come out and say like, we didn't really want to do this because it didn't make sense. Like, it doesn't connect to the other versions of the game. It just feels like we put this out because Sony was just Sony like, yo, the movie's coming out and we need something like game wise. So we don't care, just make it work in like 2-3 months.
I can't front though. No, because Spider-Man development leaked mad long ago. When the game first came out, they told us Spider-Man was going to be one of the DLCs.
No, they did.
So in my mind, even though, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because you probably can't just work on everything at the same time and then everything will just be ready.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be schedules. But while I'm not going to blame them fully, and I will put Sony on the blame, they knew that when niggas wanted to, like, we have the perfectly functioning Spider-Man game already by Insomniac.
Yeah.
For you to come out and be like, we're going to make a Spider-Man shit, we have a perfectly functioning. You're going to always be Spider-Man at home. Now you have to be Spider-Man at home in a good way. And it didn't even seem like I tried.
So that's why I'm going to blame both of them. I'm going to blame them, one, for being kind of lazy. 2, but I'm also going to blame Sony because I feel like they just like rush this in because it makes sense on a development level. Like if I make a game for 4 different systems, like 3 systems and computers, and only one of them can have this update, whatever I do to this game, it has to affect everything else.
Yeah, that's
because how is it going to work when we're playing the next story and it's based on the Spider-Man shit, but I never had Spider-Man.
You can make it a side story. I feel like
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm blank. Exactly.
It was more the writing that probably made it a little bit more late because you can cut corners.
Exactly.
It's mad possible to cut corners.
That's what I'm saying. It could have still been like a mini story where it was just like, okay, this doesn't affect the overall arcing game, but you can still enjoy this.
But they fucked themselves over also because most of the game is inside.
Yeah,
Spider-Man's maneuverability
and that's why
outside.
That's why I'm blaming Sony. Because if I made a game that was based on a certain mechanic and you introduce Spider-Man that does not fit in that mechanic,
not really fit in the mechanic properly,
you're setting us up for failure.
And then even the outside gameplay, nigga, like y'all are treating outside like it's indoors.
Exactly.
Like, why are there invisible ceilings that after I get mad momentum, I hit that ceiling and now I'm slow as shit again? Like,
exactly.
I fuck my momentum up.
So for that, it's just like, bro, like, I'm not saying they were going to be Insomniac because Sony.
I knew they weren't going to be Insomniac.
But like you put them in a box
You
because they
put
were
them
literally
in
in
a-
a box. Like
Yeah,
the game
they
doesn't
were
go
already
too
in a
high.
box,
Yeah,
niggas don't fuck with your shit.
exactly. So it's just like, and they were building momentum because I was impressed with the Wakanda shit. I was like, these niggas is still
I was
putting
very
in.
impressed.
I
with
was like, yo,
Wakanda
they
shit.
still putting in effort after the game basically flopped. Like people hated the shit, and you could get the game
Actually,
for like
Future
$20 now.
Perfect, all them other shits was fire too.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Why would
they
you-
finally got the L that I feel like is gonna be the nail in the coffin, because like Spider-Man is way too important for you to like be like, yo, word. And like honestly, the shit looks like a mobile game. Like you might as well just drop it as a mobile game.
And that's why I'm also blaming Sony, because if you knew that, I mean, the developers had to know we could only do so much with Spider-Man. They could have been dropped this shit.
OD.
They could have dropped this shit like last year and just got it out the way and let them continue what they were doing. But no, because they wanted this shit for the movie. Because it's
And you know
good
what's
promo.
crazy? If they would have dropped the Spider-Man earlier on, when we were all like, yeah, this game has mad problems, they could have done all the other DLC, seen like what worked and what didn't work, and then been like, let's go back and probably give these niggas some new Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And then now they know what they can and can't do.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, I have 3 problems with this. I don't know what fight mechanics they gave Spider-Man, but it just really doesn't seem like Spider-Man fighting. He seems heavy.
Yeah. Because it's basically I want to say like a modified version of like Cap and Black
right?
Panther. Yeah.
And
Because
I was
that's why
just,
it's
like,
heavy.
Watching it, like, this is mad heavy. He looks 8 feet tall.
Yeah, he's way too tall.
And I've always had a problem with just fighting robots over and over.
And that's one of the biggest
Where's
issues
the villains?
with the game.
Where's the actual villains?
That's one of the biggest issues with the game. Now, granted, I'm gonna give them a little bit of grace because they said they're working on like raids, like actual raids. So that's why when they said we didn't put much time into the Spider-Man shit, because we're working on actual shit we want to put into the game.
Black Panther raid right now.
Yeah, so it's like they're putting in that time into that stuff because they're like, yo, if we put in all the time into the Spider-Man thing that only PlayStation can play, what's the point? Because all the Xbox niggas gonna complain. Everybody with Steam is gonna complain. Like, it doesn't help us. So we're gonna work on the shit that we actually want to put in, and we'll throw the Spider-Man shit in as a bonus. Like, cool. Here, PlayStation, you could use this, but our overarching plan is to work on the other shit. So I'm not shooting them too much bail, just a little bit, but at the same time, like, yeah, I could have squeezed in a mini story or some shit. Like we could have, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have gave us something.
Nigga.
Exactly.
Spider-Man, like, I could have gave us something.
Nigga, you releasing this shit during Thanksgiving weekend, bro. Like, you could have gave us something. But yeah, that's all I got for that. You want to do some worthies? You got any?
My worthy is just Spider-Man in that universe, man. That's just my only worthy. My other worthy is Doctor Strange. That nigga has to carry. He has to carry. He's tired, nigga. You can see it in his face. This nigga just has to deal with like children and incompetent adults. This shit is fucking crazy. Yo, Doctor Strange, you worthy, my nigga. So is Spider-Man. All of them, the Spider-Men, nigga. Shouts out the Spider Gang.
Spider Gang. All right. My worthy, first off, J. Jonah Jameson. This nigga's coming with some heat. He's coming with some hate in multiple universes, by the way. It doesn't end for him. My second worthy, overall, just Marvel. Honestly, even if you're not a fan, if you just step back and look at the shit these niggas have been putting together across multiple movies, across multiple companies, and making this shit work, fucking incredible. Which means by default, Kevin Feige, even though he is our suspect, number one suspect, this nigga's also worthy. Somehow he managed to pull off both. He's the hero and the villain. Other Amazon. I was just telling this nigga earlier, Guardians of the Galaxy and Demon Slayer, nigga, 45% off. Amazon is fucking worthy for that. And Heat Tech, nigga, it's cold outside. Yeah. That Uniqlo Heat Tech, nigga, that shit.
Heat Tech. I got a Columbia jacket. That shit got the Heat Tech in it.
Nigga.
I feel like they wrapped me in fucking foil, nigga. I love that shit.
So, yeah. So this has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans, providing you with that high quality nerd commentary. Please subscribe, leave a review. Do follow us on Instagram. We've been cleaning up the Instagram. Shit is looking kind of nice now. Know what I mean? Like Colton said earlier, also check us on YouTube.
Facts.
You can find me on every social media site as Old Dirty Dennis, OLDIRTYDENNIS. You can find my man Colton.
You can find me on Twitter as the Night Deviant, THENIGHT, or on everything as The Colton Show, THECOLTONSHOW. I have a website, thecoltonshow.com. I actually have merch up right now.
Buy his merch, please.
The Horny Mon shirt is brilliant diamond and pearl dropped Pokemon. And also, Twitter's been extra horny in the spaces. So I decided to drop some merch in light of those two things. It's a fusion, say you will. It's not hentai, but technically it's the hentai of shirts. So just cop a Horny Mon shirt. Don't worry, there's no naked people on it. It just says Horny Mon in the Pokemon font. TheCultureShow.com. Culture Show everywhere. That's it.
I mean, support my bro. Send us home. Give us a quote.
Oh damn! I just had a good quote in my head. Let me think of the quote. Fuck! I was just. Oh. That is a red one. No. And then runs away.
Who said it?
That was literally Venom, nigga. That shit was crazy. He seen Carnage. I kept thinking of that scene because it's mad funny that like racism is lit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Even in space. I'm sorry that I'm going on this
space racism.
Like, space racism is crazy because Venom is black. So for him to see a red symbiote and go, that is a red one, no, and then run. Oh, racism is even in space, nigga. That's it.
Can't escape. We out.
We out.